Hi, everybody, and welcome back to The Parent Solution. Today, I'm discussing whether we as a society are educating our children or indoctrinating them, and what you can do as a parent or an educator to make sure that you fall on the right side of the line. Schools do not train children to be great thinkers, but instead to be good citizens. Specifically, good employees. While there is nothing wrong with the concept of being a good citizen, there is definitely something wrong with training the vast majority of children and students to stream themselves into a dependent role within the workforce. In government-funded schools, children are not being actually educated for the future, but trained for the working world, the working corporate world. I was on Instagram the other day and I was reading a post by a girl that I follow, and she put up a post that had a quote with it that was really good, I thought, and the caption on it was even better. And her point was, on this post, she said, regardless of what school system you place a child into, they're going to be told what they will learn, when they will learn, what tasks they need to complete, when they need to complete them by, where they have to sit, who they have to sit with, particularly now, who they have to sit with, what time they have to eat at, when they have to go outside, and then when it's time to take a break. So you might be asking yourself as an educator or a parent, why is this a problem? Don't children need to be taught how to listen? Don't children need to be taught how to function as part of the system? My answer to that is a resounding no. They don't need to be taught how to listen, but instead how to hear. They don't need to be taught how to function as part of the system, but how to create their own system, how to take charge of their own decisions, and how to work collaboratively within a community. You have to ask yourself, as a parent or as an educator or as any indeed responsible and concerned individual, how are we as a society building and preparing our children for a future that the only thing that is certain is change and uncertainty, when all we're doing is training them to listen to and follow orders in school, in the workplace, and in life. Tolerance and respect for others' ideas, as well as standing firm on the certainty of one's own opinion while still having that capability to absorb and reflect upon others' opinions. Those are not skills that are taught in school. They're not skills that are reinforced in the workplace, and they are definitely not encouraged in life. Are you actually truly educating your child by putting them into a government-funded school? Perhaps academically, but that's something that's easily done elsewhere. Curriculum control is acceptable in most boards and schools, but the methodologies of teaching are often geared towards just one framework. And I say that as someone who has been through the program. This isn't doing your child any favors if they don't fit the majority. Even if they do, the vast majority of students are not actually learning any skills besides socialization that will be genuinely useful to them in becoming extraordinary in the working world and in life. True education means that children have a say in what, in where, in when, and in how they can learn. Within, of course, guided perimeters, because let's be honest, you do need to know the basics of math and English, but children should have a voice in their own learning. Giving children that choice and following an inquiry-based learning model from an early age fosters creativity and ambition and drive. Those are inherent traits that can only be nurtured. They are very difficult to teach through anything other than self-discipline, which school definitely does not teach you. The desire to learn trumps all other factors involved. If you have a child who wants to learn, the sky is honestly the limit. Encourage that learning, because there will come the day when your child must make a choice, and that choice is going to be A, to sit satisfied and static with their knowledge, or B, to continue to reach for more, even as a young adult and an adult. You, as an educator and a parent, cannot choose for them, but you can guide them in the right direction. There's a quote, there's a saying that I'd like to end this podcast with, and I hope it makes you think just as much as it made me think when I first heard it. You can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink. Similarly, you can lead a human to knowledge, but you cannot make them think. That's it for this week, guys. Thanks so much for listening. This is The Parent Solution, your one-stop shop for all things educational.